This week's podcast is sponsored by Time for Diamonds. They specialise in luxury watches and bespoke diamond jewellery, some of the best custom pieces in Europe, if not the world. Also, if you enjoy this podcast, please leave a review at ratethispodcast/Liam Harrison. 3, 2, 1, boom. Episode 1 of Kickin It Fight Talk. We have got a massive show coming up this Friday. Unless you've been locked in Joseph Fritzl's cellar for the last month, then you should know that One Championship have pulled out all the stops and they are bringing you a massive, massive fight card with some of the biggest names in Muay Thai and K1. We've got Rodtang versus Petchdam, Petchmorakot versus Yod, Sitthichai versus Superbond, Pamphajak versus Superlek on the card. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be breaking down these fights for you. We're going to be talking about tactics, what we think is going to happen. Probably going to get everything fucking wrong, but we're going to do it anyway. And we've got a good cast of people here. We've got Badcoat and probably some of the best fighters the UK has ever seen. Jordan Watson, James France, Andy Howson. Thank you, boys. Andy, first of all, can you believe, at the midst of all this madness that's going on, that Chatri has managed to pull off a card like this? Because I can't. It's unbelievable.
Nah, it's insane. The card's ridiculous, and there's loads of fights that haven't even been released yet as well. Yeah, I don't understand it. It's mad. Just a shame we're not in Thailand and can't fight.
I know, we can't even fucking get in Thailand.
Can't even go to Skegness and never mind Thailand.
Yeah, so let's jump straight in with... Probably the first fight we're going to break down is Pamphajak versus Superlek, and this is one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most. It's the typical Southpaw versus Orthodox, and these guys have fought 6 times in the stadiums in Thailand. It's Pamphajak 4 wins, Superlek 1 win and 1 draw. You could say Pamphajak has Superlek's number in the stadiums, but this isn't the stadiums. This is totally different rules. This is small MMA gloves. This is One Championship scoring criteria. It's totally different. Badger, Superlek, I know you like this guy. I know you like him. How do you see this one going? Because we know he can be aggressive when he wants to be as well. So that you fought in the little MMA gloves. It's going to be different, isn't it?
I'm not being funny, but you don't go against Superlek, really, do you?
I'm not going against him.
In the little MMA gloves, have you seen his boxing skills? Do you see the levels that it's stepped up? Nah, next level. I'm telling you now.
What's tipping it for me is, as well, I've seen Pamphajak get knocked out before. I've never even seen Superlek get wobbled. So, and I've watched him recently. He was hitting the pads in them little gloves. He's at Yokkao at the minute. He's training with Singdam and Jack and Manachai and everyone. And then Sanchai, obviously. I was watching him hit the pads, and the crack he was making off them, I just can't see anything other than, I think he might even stop him.
You know what? That's the sort of fight that, this isn't a scoring fight. This isn't kick for kick, lean back, couple of knees. This is, I'm going to take your wig off. As fast as humanly possible. The minute the bell goes, it'll be straight on him.
We all know how aggressive Superlek can be. He's fought in England twice against Chris Shaw and Haggerty. Those fights, how aggressive, the elbows, he was on it. So when he wants to do, we know he can do that. I've never seen Pamphajak fight like that before. So I think that could be a factor in it.
I believe it'll catch him off guard because he'll be thinking we'll start off with a nice Muay Thai pace. We'll step it up. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not
going to happen.
That's how I see it. In the One Championship fights and what they've had, I've seen they have both fought Rui Botelho. Pamphajak, although he outscored him well, we were there, Andy, on that show.
Were there.
I fought Petchmorakot on it. Rui Botelho actually dropped him at one point in that fight.
Ooh. Yeah.
With the small gloves on, and although it didn't get a count, I watched it back. It was a legitimate knockdown. He didn't knock him down.
Catch him.
It schooled him for the rest of the fight. But when Superlek fought Rui Botelho, he fucking destroyed him. He dropped him with an elbow and he went to town and he bullied him. So if you're looking at that performance going against the same opponent, Superlek is the superior under the One Championship rule set.
It's the clash of styles for that rule setting in it. The scorer, the nice body kick against the aggressive, horrible bastard, basically. There's no other way to put it. He will go forward. He will push him. And like you say, it's only 3 frees. It's not the 5 frees. Picking it up as you go. It's 3 rounds. And he starts quick. And especially when he knows it's only 3 rounds, he's just going to go at him.
And a lot of Thais struggle with that.
Yeah, exactly.
The first round, they tried to get into it. Superlek,
they're not used to it. It's not their style.
Well, you know that Superlek is very good at starting fast. Look what he did to Chris Shaw in that first round. By the time the end of round 1 was over, I think Chris was cut 3 times. Yeah. To be fair, Chris started to come back into that the more the fight went on.
Yeah.
That
Round 4.
Yeah, he came back
Round
into it
4.
very, very well. But again, look what he did against Haggerty. In round 1, he started a little bit slow, but in round 2, he picked it up. He cut Haggerty, and he started to really up it. So you know that he has it in his locker when he wants to start fast and aggressive like that. He can. I can't say I've ever seen Pamphajak do that. He's beat Mashidi Udo on one of the other 1 cards. But I've never ever seen him be really nasty.
Go for the kill style.
I've never seen that from Pamphajak. Don't get me wrong, he's a technical genius. His left kick, his teeth, he's beautiful to watch. But when you're looking at someone who's an actual killer,
the nastiness,
and even though it's 4-1 to Pamphajak in the stadiums, this isn't the stadiums. Like you said, I'm not going to bet against him. Also, I think there's a lot of stake in this fight because the champion is Rodtang. I reckon the winner of this fight might get the winner of the Rodtang Petchdam fight because it's the next 4 shows or 5 shows,
Next
I believe,
4
are all
in
in Bangkok.
Thailand.
Are all in Bangkok. So all the athletes that are there, they're going to be getting used again.
And
so I
again,
think the winner of that fight might get a title shot. So there's a lot riding on this.
And we all want to see Superlek do it, really. Come on.
I want to see Superlek versus Rodtang.
That'd
That's
be
what I want to see.
That'd just be bouncing off each other, just standing and having a war. That'd be fight at night, 100% that.
Yeah. Obviously, these guys are both multiple-time stadium champions as well. Looking to add the 1 belt to that, Andy, is like every fighter's goal at the minute.
Yeah, of course it is. And we know, obviously, with the 1 belt as well, your money goes up.
Yeah.
For these guys, the money is what they fight for all their lives since they were kids.
Look what he's done for Rodtang. Obviously, fighting in the stadiums, and now every picture I see of him on Instagram, he's bouncing around with diamond ring. He's like a Ric Flair at times. Diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing, woo, wheeling, dealing. He is
Rod Flair.
Rodtang Flair. That's what he's like now. It is life changing for these guys. So to Superlek, I'd love to see Superlek do it. The Kiat Moonine boys as well. Obviously, he's Singdam's nephew as well.
Yeah.
He's Singdam's nephew. So it's in the blood. These all the Kiat Moonine guys. When you watch some fighters from certain gyms, you think you know he's from that gym. Kiat Moonine, solid right kick. The right kick is the thing, isn't it, Badger? Superlek's right kick is the thing of beauty.
Singdam's right kick.
Singdam's is horrid.
Are they doing 8-minute rounds?
Yeah. What they do is on the pads, they do 3 8-minute rounds.
I've just kicked.
That's all they do. When your car, obviously, Jack, Singdam, Manachai, they're all Kiat Moonine boys.
Yeah.
So when they're training, it's 3 rounds, 8 minutes, and all you do is right side.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the right side's so good, you can't fucking stop it.
And it's effortless when you watch him on pads when you're there, or even like when you play spy. It's just, you don't even look like with Singdam. It don't look like he's trying. And next thing you know, you just go. It's disgusting.
I find that funny, right?
It's insane.
In Thai boxing, all fighters know right kick is the easiest one to block. But when it's getting thrown
no
at
one
you
can block
90 times,
Yeah.
you're getting tired, your arm's falling off.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when Superlek beat Lau Chetra on the one show, he kicked him 9 times in a row with his right leg, and won championship. They even did like a countdown meme of it. So every time he kicked him, the bell rang. It went ding, 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 and that's what they did.
Surely you just go home after that.
I had a little bit sick. Get me a pint. I'm off. I'm not having this. Right. Who we having? Jordan, who have you got?
I'm going to go Superlek.
Of course you are.
Kiat Moonine.
Of course you are.
Singdam's.
Of course you are.
I've been smacked off Singdam before. I felt his power. He's related.
Yeah.
Badger, Superlek.
Of course, come now.
Andy?
Superlek, I think he's going to stop him.
4 Superleks here, so that's what I'm going for. Okay. The next one is a massive K1 fight. 2 of the best K1 fighters on the planet. Both making their 1 championship debut. I think Superbond's been doing most of his work in Kunlun fight at the minute. Sitthichai has come from Glory. Glory have obviously just gone under. Sitthichai was the champion there for a very long time. Both these guys have some of the best names in K1 on their resume. They've fought a lot of the top guys, got wins over a lot of top guys. Jordan, you fought Sitthichai. Do you just want to talk us through some of his strengths, some of his weaknesses, what you've been looking for when you're fighting him, what to be worried about?
Well, with Sitthichai, his left knee, left side, his left hand, left knee, right uppercut, and he follows it through quite well. But Superbond is long, and I seen the fight between them two where Superbond won the fight.
Yeah, that was slick.
And-
Nice, slick performance.
Yeah, and he just had like, I don't know, Sitthichai like sit in the pocket a little bit, and he's got good movement, but he just couldn't really get away with the range. Superbond's head kick,
Yeah.
No.
Sick, mate.
and it's
Sick.
and it's flexible and he's long, but I think like Sitthichai is a more accurate boxer.
Yeah.
But when Superbond starts opening up, like he's got power, he's got that big and I think with him being a bit taller as well.
Well, what I think happened in that fight where Superbond got the decision, I think Sitthichai had been so used to fighting all these Dutch fighters with that generic K1 style, trying to get close and just blow you away. And then Superbond came out with his nice teep, his movement, his kicks, and I think it might have thrown him off a little bit.
Just
in that way.
affected his timing, sort of
and
thing.
he just nullified everything City tried to do, didn't he, in that fight?
Once you get used to fighting people like Vance Rosemalen and stuff like that,
Yeah.
when you just sit in and exchanging shots. And you're not really looking for the big scoring points, like the big body kicks and the big knees and stuff. You sort of like get out of it, don't you?
Yeah.
But I think like, don't know. I've got Superbond's. He's got the good style. He's strong, and I think he'll take it to Sitthichai.
You know what, John? You're breaking my heart a bit because I'm Sitthichai all the way around. And the way I hear you
I like
talking,
Yeah.
I love Sitthichai, but for me, he doesn't let himself go. Every shot has to be accurate. Every shot has to be thought about. Where Superbond might just go in swinging at him. I mean, just work him over and...
It's a real pick'em this because you can play devil's advocate here because they have fought twice and Sitthichai won a pretty clear points decision. On the other hand, Superbond won a clear points decision.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the first time they fought, Sitthichai knocked him out pretty badly as well. It was a lovely lean back, right hook, and he knocked him out. So, Sitthichai has got that snap in his punches. If he lands clean, he could knock him out. So, again, it's going to be a real 50-50 pick'em.
Superbond's Benchamek. He's fit. He's like Bukau.
Well-
They train like...
Well, I'm going to change that now because he's left Pamphajak. He's training now with trainer Gay.
Oh, is he?
So, and if you bring that guy in, the only thing you're training for is to be fit,
To be fit.
Yeah.
strong, and he's also training with our boxing coach Ajahn Poi
Ajahn, yeah,
from
yeah.
Yokau because he's left Yokau now and he's working with him. So obviously, if you're going to be training with trainer Guy, you're going to be fitter than ever. You're going to be stronger than ever. So maybe he's getting ready for a toe-to-toe war there by bringing trainer Guy in.
I think they're going to go toe to toe.
Yeah.
It's fight number 3. A lot to prove on this one. A lot to prove.
And the winner of this probably will get Giorgio Petrosian at some point, I reckon, because these two and Petrosian are the best K1 fighters on the one roster, in my opinion. Obviously, Petrosian's a man to beat. He just won the $1 million tournament. He's the best. He's the one who's going to bring the dollars in. Whoever wins this fight, I don't think either of them have fought Petrosian before either, have they?
Don't think so.
No.
I don't think so, no.
No, so
Peanut
whoever
butter.
wins this fight is going to get the super fight against Petrosian. So, like you
And
just
it'll
said,
be a big money fight for him as well.
yeah.
And obviously, it's in Thailand.
Yeah,
That's
so they
another
might
big
get
factor
the-
in things. They're not going to stand and sit back because they're both going to be proud. It's in Thailand. It's in the hometown.
Thai-
They're both going to want it.
Ty's losing face is a massive thing.
Exactly.
It's a massive thing. So, you know what? This is what I love about this card. It's top Thais versus top Thais. It's not like what Thai Fight do, where they put stadium champion versus little
Someone
Cliff
with
from who
4
works
fights.
in
Yeah,
bar.
chimp.
Yeah.
Tuk-tuk driver.
Yeah, little Cliff who's been working in bar. I just found him smoking a cigarette back on his dinner break. Said, "Do you want to fight, mate? Yeah, there's 20 quid. Get in there and fight Sanchez." Do you know what I mean? These are guys, the best of the
They're all
best.
killers, aren't they?
No, Liam, I get you on that because if you get humiliated, for example, Liam knocking out Nampong.
Get to Phuket.
Oh my
Kicked
word.
out of Bangkok.
Yeah. You just get kicked out of Bangkok. You end up selling seashells on the beach. Do you know how many times Liam has sent to that place? It's horrific. They hate you in Thailand. They're like, you got beat by English white boy again, knocked out.
I'm just
Away
gonna
with you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I've got in front of me some of Superbond's wins. He's got wins over Singdam, Cal Fairtex, Ekpracha.
Shit.
That shows his skill set.
Ekpracha.
Singdam, Ekpracha, Cal Fairtex. These guys are elite level.
I think he's strong. I think he's stronger than Sitthichai as well.
Yeah.
Like even to beat like Ekpracha, like he's like remember Monster Munch.
Yeah.
Monster Munch. That guy is a freakishly strong human being. But Superbond, I was watching the fight between the last fight where Superbond won. And it seemed like Sitthichai got a bit tired.
Yeah.
He fell down a few times. He got swept a couple of times. And he just didn't seem as as the fight went on, it didn't seem like he had more and more to give. And whereas Superbond
Still had it sitting.
he still had that mad look in his eye, Superbond. He did. Yeah. And like when he started swinging towards the end of the fight, he really started opening up. But I think that might happen again. I think it'll be a good fast start. But I reckon Superbond, he's got I think it's his body. You know, with him being tall and strong and flexible and long, he's a really awkward fighter to fight. And he's not too tall where he's going to be like, a weak, skinny guy. He's a bit in between where he's got good strength.
He has got good strength.
range.
And he trains with a guy, me and Andy trained with him. We were in Bangkok last time, called Steve Pipe. Well, Steve's gone back to New Zealand now, but he's trained with him for the last 2 years, I think, doing his strength and conditioning with him. And you can see the difference in his physique. His sharpness, his power and everything, it has made a massive difference to him. That.
Did you see him kicking that melon off a trainer gears?
Yeah.
I
Smashed it straight off his head.
No matter how good I were at kicking, I wouldn't even attempt to kick a melon off trainer gears.
People kept saying, because I shared that on my Instagram, people kept tagging me and go, do this to Andy Howson. And I went,
No chance.
Have you ever seen me throw anything other than a low kick on my right leg? I don't fucking think so.
Listen, I'm not putting no melon on my head for you to try and kick off. I love you all, but I don't fucking trust any of you.
What we'll do, we'll just Photoshop it so that
Just train a guy on my head getting smashed off.
So we just talked about a few of Superbond's win there. Let's talk about a few of Sitthichai. He's beat my Thai trainer from your cow gym, Petchmorakot, Fabio Pinker. Also beaten Ekpritcher.
Shit.
Anawat. He's got big Thai names on his record. Obviously, Jordan, you fucking nearly beat him as well in that fight. You had it in the back nearly. You fought when you fought.
Like 75 missing kicks.
Well, round 1 and 2, I thought. He's won it. He's won.
Yeah,
and
mate. All we had to eat were pizza in China. So I'm blaming that.
And KFC.
After waiting, I went in and had a 20-inch pizza because I don't have no food to eat.
But yeah, that's true. We were in there. We were in the middle of nowhere. I've never even heard a place where we were. And I fought Sagat down, got my fucking face caved in from an hour. And we went out, no one spoke English in the old place. There were KFC and pizza right next to us, and that were it. That's how it is.
Can I have KFC on pizza, please?
Yes, that's all we had. Breakfast, dinner and tea, KFC and pizza. No wonder I got my fucking head smashed in.
Food of champions, mate.
I remember watching that fight. It was the most beautiful thing. The fight was done. Round 1 and 2 was finished. Then round 3, something happened.
I know.
Think about it. He didn't beat you up. You were just missing him. And every time you missed him, it just looked worse. I was like, George, just stand still. Don't do nothing.
I was too excited.
Just look cool.
All right, I've learned my lesson.
No, you won't.
If you can't put something good, don't throw nothing at all.
I was watching a video of Sitthichai sparring yesterday, actually, doing boxing sparring.
Yeah.
And he was looking pretty sharp. He was sparring with a Thai at the Sitthichai gym called Tananchai, who is fucking... He fights at my weight and he's about fucking 6'2" or something. He's just tall and slim. So and it looked like they were letting the shots go. So again, I am really looking forward to this. There's a lot on the line. Obviously, the winner might get Petrosian. Again, there's huge money on the line. 2 ties in Bangkok. Prediction, Jordan, who we have him?
Well, until you give me Sitthichai's resume, and he's also chin me. I should go with Sitthichai, but I don't know what it is with Superbond. Just think he's young, he's strong, and he's quite sexy as well. He's better looking than Sitthichai.
He's a good-looking man.
So it's a draw, he'll win.
Superbond. Badger.
You put me though in a predicament now because I was Sitthichai all the way, but now you're selling this. I don't.
Can't stay a strong Badger.
Stick with it.
I'll go with Sitthichai. You know what? Yeah.
Sitthichai.
Give me that Sitthichai.
Sitthichai, Howson, who we got?
I'm going Sitthichai. I like him.
Well, it's going to be 2-2 because you know what? I like Superbond. He's fucking makes me laugh. He's funny.
He's going to win because he's a comedian. That's it. Game over.
He always wears good shorts. Even if it's a draw, whoever has best shorts on wins.
And if you don't wear ankle supports,
you don't ever win. Right, 2 for Superbond, 2 for Sitthichai. That again, this could be fight at night written all over it because if these two do start throwing down, there's a lot at stake. I nearly would change my mind. I went Sitthichai then. I thought,
I'm doing that now.
Panic stations.
I'm saying, stay strong. I'm staying strong. Right, next we have. Ooh, this is a good one. The young up and comer versus the old lion. We got Petchmorakot versus Yodsanklai. obviously I fought Petchmorakot. Jordan's fought Yodsanklai before. I'll bring you back in again. Jordan, do you want to talk us through Yod's strengths, his weaknesses, what you'd be looking out for? What is his best weapon?
Well, Yod is good against Orthodox, but he's fighting two southpaws.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
And what he's good is he's good at stepping back and with his lead hand, he leaves it quite long, and that jab, that little shotgun jab he does, and that little right hook that sets up his left kick, they're his good weapons. But when he's fighting a southpaw,
Falls to pieces.
It's taken away.
don't know. That's the thing. I know that he's good at setting it up. That right hand's solid, and he pulls through with that left after. But he's always setting it up with his right. And also Petchmorakot's slightly taller. I've seen him fight a few taller fighters. I've seen him knock Artem Levin out who like 19 foot tall. But I was surprised by that. But
that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
He's now 35 years old now. Do you think this is going to play into the...
I don't know about his chin though with Yod, because he's a good giver, 100%.
Yeah.
But he'll take a shot, but sometimes he gets a bit wobbled early on.
His last fight against Sami Sana, he got dropped. That was his second to last. His last fight, he got knocked out badly
Russian boy.
by the
And he
Russian.
got dropped before as well, didn't he? He
Yeah.
got a count, then he got knocked out badly
so
as well.
He's not on the best of form. Is this the decline of Yod?
Don't know. But and also it's in the ring as well. He's good in the cage because he can press people up against the walls.
Pins them on it, doesn't he? And then he just unloads.
And because his arms are so long and he can hit him from good angles, they can't really escape. But Petchmorakot's a tie. He's got skills. And also, Yod used to be Petchdam back in the day, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. When he was 50, when he was like a 58 kilo
Yod,
fighter.
Yeah.
So they come from the same place. So they've got the same skill set probably. So younger, hungrier, Petchmorakot, Thai style.
Current champion as well, not going to want to lose his belt.
When you look at the resume on both of them, obviously Yod has been fighting K1 and a lot of Westerners recently. He's been at that level for years, hasn't he? And it almost seems to me like he might have just plateaued a little bit recently. And he's had a lot of hard fights. It might be catching up with him. He's 35. Petchmorakot, he fucking blew my head off for a start. But he's also beaten Seksan, Sitthichai, Petbunshu, Petrosian. No matter what you say, he won the first fight.
Yes.
He won it. By hook
it.
or by crook, by whatever you want to say, he won the first fight. Obviously, he lost the second fight, but the first fight he still won.
And that's not under his rule setting either.
I've never ever seen him get wobbled either, because I punched him really hard in the face and he just laughed at me. He laughed at me. But MMA gloves, once again, this is different to the wins against Seksan and Sitthichai and etc. etc. This is
exciting about it.
I know.
It'll be good, this.
This is, I reckon Yod's best chances in round 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
In them little gloves, if he can, he's really good with that uppercut in it, and there's always a gap for that in the small gloves. If he can find his range early, I'm not even too sure that Yod's stamina is up there anymore, to be fair. But if this is a 5-round fight, by round 3 or 4, he might start to tire, and Petchmorakot, he doesn't really tire from what I've seen.
And if you look at his fights up until the last couple, Yod's been only doing the 3-rounders, and he's been knocking people out in round 1 and 2.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone past round 3 for a long, long time.
It's going to come down to, I reckon, the early rounds, if Yod can find his range and land some solid punches. But Petchmorakot's chin seems to be...
Thing is, he doesn't start slow himself, Petchmorakot. He doesn't, play into it. He goes a bit mental himself. Look at round 2. Do you know what I mean? He kind of plays a bit round 1, but then he goes, and he's got a gas tank. He's always fit.
Yeah, and the boys at Petchdam will be absolutely...
They murdering him. You can see on his Insta, they murder him. He's in great shape already. He's lean.
You know what? I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know what Jim Yodsanklai's at the minute.
I don't.
He's somewhere in China, isn't
Can you check that? What Jim Yodsanklai's at? Because you know what? He went to China. I think
Yeah, he did.
I'm sure Fairtex sold him after he got knocked out. I went, see you later.
Yeah.
But I don't even know. I keep seeing pictures on his Instagram.
He's kind of training on his own on a bag.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him at pads. He's
seen
been hitting a bag and lifting a weight with his neck.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
But I don't even know what Jim it is.
I saw a bit of his bag work, and I must say, I was just sat there going,
Really slow.
was that it?
Yeah.
But his shots have always been quite slow but solid.
Yeah. He's got that
he's never
timing.
been.
He still looks solid.
But he's not changing his style up. He's not gaining any new abilities. He's not getting with boxing coaches, learning nothing new.
Yeah.
Once you've worked him out, you've got him.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing that Petchmorakot will be gunning for as well? Obviously, he won the title on the show I fought on, and he was fuming. He wasn't happy because He was meant to fight the Russian who then the weight he couldn't make weight. He was meant to fight what was that? Yeah, that's it. He failed the MRI 2 days before the fight, so he then fought who Jordan knocked out, Pongsari, and Pongsari took the fight on really, really short notice, literally like a day. And the Thais all said to him, "Oh, look, you know, kind of like as a nice gesture, don't fuck him up, basically.
Don't elbow his face in.
Don't destroy him."
They said, you know, go win. Obviously, we want the belt. Go win, but don't go insane. So anyway, he wasn't happy with his performance. He felt like he fought a bit shit. So he's going to want to prove a point himself, you know. He's not going to be there going, "Oh, I'm champion," but I fought someone who stepped in on a day's notice. He'll want to knock Yod out.
Well, if he takes it, I think if he takes it to him, I think Yod. He's better when he's got you just at range, just where he can pick you off. But when he gets someone who can clinch you, because he's not a good clincher, Yod. He never clinches. And when you pressure him and you meet him in the middle, I think I've seen him get a few. I've seen him get caught quite a lot when people take it to him.
That's what happened with Sami Sana, wasn't it? When Sami started put pressuring him, he got caught with a lot of shots.
I don't think he's not used to. Yeah, he's not used to getting put on the back foot, is it? Because he's got that bull style and he's always been getting people on the back foot.
Through,
yeah. And when someone pushes back, like you said, mentioned about the clinch there, Jordan. If this was like a stadium rules fight, I think this would be a whitewash for Petchmorakot.
Yeah.
Because that's his whole game. He was an
off,
amazing clinch fighter. But
He's
obviously,
got great long knees as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. For the one rule set, though, they're not going to let him clinch for too long. But when he shuts the range down and he starts to knee you, and a few of them start landing in your solar plexus, he's 35 years old, he's going to start to tire a bit. It might all add up, and it could see him fade by round 3 or 4. Or you could see him walking and try and knee and get his jaw blown off.
You see Yod's weight is always on his front foot. He's always ready to throw that left leg.
Yeah.
He leads with that right, throws that big left shot, and then empowers it through with the left. So if you get him on his back foot, it takes his work away from him.
Like what you said, he's got a tough chin, but he's used to taking a shot to give a shot.
Yep.
But when he had to take about 3 or 4 shots, it all just falls to bits for him.
I'm just looking on there
He can take the one and fire straight back, but when it's a few shots, he gets like front of his
dazzled,
game.
Can you have a look on Yodsanklai's Instagram?
Instagram?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some pictures of the gym he's at, because I want to know where it is now. He's doing everything.
Did it say what gym it was then?
That says Fairtex Club and Highway Boxing Club or something. But,
which is what he was fighting out of the ring anyway, so it might not have been upgraded now. It's not.
Where were we then?
Watch he'll say only fools and horses. A little tiny bag on it.
Little yellow van outside.
Rodney Trotter on pants.
Got fish holding pads for him.
Obviously, Petchmorakot, like you just said, he's really going to want to make a statement here. Whoever wins this fight, where do you see him going after here, Andy? Who's the big tie names in this division?
God, do you know what? I don't even know who's in that division.
Well, do you know what? I'd like to see England's Liam Nolan get involved in this, because he's been doing well. I'd like to get him involved in it.
He's been fighting
You know
well.
what? I like him. He's a nice kid. He's very skillful. He's humble, and he's a fucking. He's really improved over the last few years.
Was it Sam Petch he fought? No. Who was the tie for? I thought he won.
From Petchdam.
Petchdam. Yeah, I thought he won that.
Mate, he dropped him round one.
He dropped him in round one.
He should have won that fight. Yeah, he should have won that fight, 100%.
And then he kicked him.
He was unlucky against Enrico Kell because he got stopped, but he messed the weight up and he had to weigh in on the day of the fight.
Ah, shit.
So when you're fighting someone like Enrico Kell who can punch your face in and your body,
he's relentless.
Yeah, he's relentless. You can't keep him off.
I was about to say that it's the relentlessness. It's not the power. He just won't stop. It's just constant at you every minute. You think, just give me a second. Then he catches you.
Yeah, so he was a bit unlucky in that fight. His next fight he fought, is it Boonlong he fought?
Boonlong, yeah, I think so.
Might have been Boonlong.
I think so.
Yeah, he was unlucky in that fight. I thought he won. And then his next fight he fought that... Brown Penis.
Oh, Brown Penis.
That's his real name.
His name is Brown Penis.
The commentators, they've told Michael Chavello, you can't keep saying Brown Penis. Just call him Brown. You can't keep saying it's an amazing. Oh, he's all over Brown Penis.
You gotta say penis, and you can't go penis.
He just called Brown Penis.
He's the Dutch fighter. He's the Dutch fighter. The black guy. You'll have seen him. He's pretty dangerous. Brown Penis is very dangerous.
Do you know what? His Brown Penis is very dangerous as well.
Only on your shoulder.
No, don't remind me. Portugal all over again.
We can't find his gym.
No, but he's freelancing.
I know he's freelance. Well, I know I can't remember what the gym name. I'm sure it begins with a C, but I've never even seen that gym before. I'm not sure who he's training with. I don't know who he's sparring with. He's obviously got a lot of experience, but
Experience will take you so far, won't it? But when you're fighting someone who's like in his mid-20s, and he's knocking people out and smashing people, and he's on a big win streak, he's confident,
and he wants your head,
and not being nasty, but he don't care. There's no up here. There's nothing up there. He shows no emotions. He just sits there like that, gets in and fucks you up.
Makes you start wondering what people are fighting for. If you haven't got a gym at the moment, then and then
look what Yod's done in his career. Look how much money he's probably made. He won the contender for a start, didn't he? He's won all sorts of tournaments.
How much did he get out of that though?
I think
you know what the ties are like.
You don't know what his gym took there. Do you know what I mean?
We got $100,000. There's $2. There you go. Enjoy yourself.
$2 and some illegal fireworks.
He gets a free mask on the way out.
Right. Who we having? Who's the picks? Petchmorakot or Yod? Jordan, who you got, mate? Sweating me. I
want Yod.
Oh, no, it's hot.
I want Yod because I love Yod. And do you know what it reminds me of? Majin Buu.
He does.
Dragon Ball Z. He does. And I want him to win.
He just changes every fight.
Yeah. I think Petchmorakot is going to get it.
Young, hungry.
Against my my faith.
Again, this is another of them fights where you can't really call it because it's either going to be Yodsanklai is going to blow his head off or Petchmorakot's going to wear him down, I think. I'm going to go Petchmorakot. He's my boy. He's fucking blown my head off before. I've got faith in him. You know what? Again, I like all the Petchdam boys. What was that?
I'm breathing too heavy.
He's turned into a sex line.
Right, I'm going Petch.
Yeah,
Petch,
Petchmorakot.
Badger.
Why do you do that?
Oh, look at him.
I know Yod's been your boy for many years.
10 years solid, but the relationship
has drifted out.
It's getting harder.
Like all good things, it must come to an end.
It's you, Yod.
He's coming home later, he's staying out all night.
I've seen some dodgy text messages on his phone.
God damn you, Yod.
You going Yod?
No, I'm going Petch.
Going Petch.
I'm going Petch by stoppage, me. I'm going to put it out there. I think he'll do him within 4 rounds.
He hasn't been on a great run, Yod.
I don't think he'll stop him, but I think near the end, it'll start to be humiliation of long knees and boxing.
Do
Yeah.
you know?
I don't like Sitthichai going through that though. Yeah.
With the guys at Petchdam, with Bo and the guys in the gym, I just have the feeling they're going to want him to put a proper fucking exhibition on here and just be like, right, go knock him out. I think they're just going to tell him, go take it to him.
I was looking at Petchmorakot. He posted something on Instagram the other day and he put a video of him training really hard and he put, right, this is it now. I'm going to prove I'm the best in this division. Because like you said, he were a bit like, oh, well, do I deserve this belt? Do I not? And he put, this is it. I'm going against Yod. There's a lot at stake for both. This is Yod's, it's either his redemption or it's his final round.
Yeah, it's kind of like a make or break with him.
Let's be honest, where's he going to go if he loses again? 3 in a row. It could be the end of him, or it could be like a last little kickstart to another decent run. But I think Petchmorakot has got this.
Because he's done it once before.
Yeah, he has. He disappeared for a bit, didn't he?
He got really fat.
Yeah, he vanished, didn't he?
He got knocked out a few times, and then he came back. I'm like,
he came back in the best shape he's ever been.
Yeah, and I think he knocked out Pamphajak.
That's one of the best fights I've ever had.
When he elbowed him, when he knocked him out with the elbow,
Yeah, he battered him, to be fair, didn't he? So
I forgot how sick Ken was though as well, and I couldn't believe it when he did.
Yeah. Who fought him? Yeah, you have fought him.
Yeah,
He fought him in Italy. Yeah. That would draw that one, that one.
Draw.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was
right. So we've got 4 Petchmorakots here.
Yeah.
Right, fucking better not make us all look mugs here. Coming out Saturday morning to go for it all round.
You know what? I've done all this on app as well. I bet on it. Rounds and lot. I'm having this.
Watch the first long knee. Yod just hits him and just sparks him. I'm all there like going,
can't wait for Saturday's podcast.
well.
Again, we didn't even mention that. Did we mention that that's a title fight as well?
Yeah, that's Petchmorakot defending his title.
Defending his title there. So there is a lot at stake. The last one, the main event, the co-main event, we've got the tank, Rodtang versus Petchdam. Now, these boys have fought twice before, again, obviously in the stadiums. It is 1-1. But there's a bit of a contrast and bit of a difference in the form of both guys recently. Rodtang has been on a fucking killing spree.
Demolition derby, hasn't it?
He is. He's up there with Ted Bundy at minute, mate. He's done some serious numbers. He's been on an amazing win spree. Other than his last fight, which he lost, in my opinion, the best lightweight on the planet, Gauna, PK Sitthichai. He lost in the stadiums, but it was still a great fight. Other than that, when you look at his recent fights, he's been destroying people. Petchdam has had a bit of a rough time recently. Which Elias did he win the title against by disqualification? Elias
Mahmoudi, wasn't it?
Were it Mahmoud or
Inachi?
Inachi?
I can't remember. I think it was Mahmoud.
Can you check that? Check.
I think it was Elias Mahmoud.
And they're both sick. They're both really good fighters.
They're both really good.
Who Petchdam won the one title off? Schoolie, please, mate.
The kickboxing one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the kickboxing one. But he's had a bit of a rough time because in that fight against Elias, I think it was Elias Mahmoudi.
It was Mahmoudi.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I think it was. It was Mahmoudi. In that fight, the first thing Mahmoudi did was elbow him. He elbowed him straight in the face, even though it was K1. And then he got a point off. But then after that, Mahmoudi was starting to light him up a little bit and he was struggling.
Rocked him with his hands.
And then there was some sort of disqualification in round 4 and Petchdam won the title. Now in his next fight, he lost that to Elias Inachi, who in my opinion is probably the best at that weight, K1 rules.
Yeah,
he came from, I think, Infusion rules and he was just battering everyone there as well. He's a sick fighter.
Yeah.
But in that fight, Petchdam had a rough time. He got dropped 2 or 3 times, didn't he? And
he did a number on him.
Yeah,
he did an absolute job on him.
Got KO'd third round.
Third round. Yeah, there you go.
And it was Mahmoudi.
It was Mahmoudi, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Right. So, looking at the recent run of form and looking what Rodtang's done here, can you just get Rodtang's last 8 fights up on his wiki? Because when he won the title off Haggerty, before that, he destroyed everyone who were fighting. I think his fight before that, he fought a Cambodian and he stopped him with leg kicks. Then he fought Haggerty. That was a good, close, hard fight. And then I think he went into the stadiums and did a job on Sexan. Yeah, he did a job on him twice.
Love that guy.
Ooh, I'm about to say, I love that guy.
He beat him easily twice.
Then didn't he have a war with that Brazilian as well on
Walter,
one?
then he defended the title against Walter, I think, Walter Concalvi. That were a sick fight.
That were a great fight.
You know?
They're not fuck out of each other.
Yeah, you know what? I like
They were
that Walter.
close,
Mate.
that.
That Walter is sick.
Is that the brother with the ball head?
No, the little Brazilian guy. He's been at training at Revolution Gym.
Yeah, I
in
got you.
Thailand.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
He's good.
Yeah, I got you.
And he kicked Rodtang straight across the face, and Rodtang put his hands down and went,
Do it again.
But that was a really good fight. And then after that, I think he were back in stadiums, and then I think he did the demolition job on Haggerty. And then after that, he fought Gauna. So like he's been on a great run. He's been beating
Active as hell as well.
active.
Yeah.
I think he fought. Did he
not
fight
fight
Haggerty, and then he
And then
fought
fought
Sexan
Sexan 2 weeks later.
after.
Yeah, 2 weeks later.
And battered
battered
Sexan.
him again.
Yeah.
He got rocked in that, didn't he, by Sexan? He got
I
wobbled
got
a
that.
little bit and then just pounded him.
He fought Agate on 2nd of August 2019 and the 16th of August 2018 Saxon.
Wow.
Beaten by decision.
There you go.
Yeah.
What a bad man.
And fought him again a month later by the looks of it.
Gotta get that work.
Yeah.
Crazy out there.
Insane.
That's crazy.
And it was his birthday the other day, Rodtang. I thought, I wonder how old he is. He was only fucking 23. He's 23.
Jeez.
How many fights does he have?
200 or something. Do you know what I mean? But like at this elite level. So like these here. So again, and coming down to the coming back to the MMA gloves here. This
300 fight.
300.
Fucking hell. It's a fight every day, isn't it? It's nearly a fight every day of your life.
300
week.
fights. So coming down to this, right, Badger, on paper, MMA gloves, the way Rodtang fights, the form Petchdam being in, this is only going to go one way, do you think?
Basically, Rodtang is gonna kill him unless he decides not to kill him. Like, he's carrying his fate in his hand and he's just like,
Just get Miyagi punching him.
yeah.
And I know, again, the Petch and D boys, they are not going to be taking this lightly. They are going to be absolutely murdering Petchdam. But the MMA gloves, I just don't see anyone in that division other than Superlek beating him. I think Superlek's got the skill set to not get hit and keep him off and
the chin.
And the chin, and also maybe the timing with his elbows and stuff to stop the punching. I'm not sure if Petchdam has coming off his recent form. I know he's won his last 2 fights, but again, I think that were against who we got here. It were against Momotaro. He won on points, but he struggled.
He got rocked again, though. He got rocked with punches again, and that was that K1 that fight.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember what it was.
Fight.
But he did get rocked in that fight again, and he seems really he seems scared of punches at the minute. His last few fights out, he's been rocked every time.
Because
Even when he's won, he's been
Wouldn't you
rocked
be
a bit.
scared?
Yeah, exactly. But when you fight,
If that's what touches
that's
you.
what I mean. But when you're fighting that man, with them little things on, and he don't give a shit about hurting his hands. See how he wails his punches in what we're doing to Aggie? We were sat ringside for that, and he hit Aggie's elbows nearly every punch until he landed one clean one and sat him. But he kept punching, and you're like, fucking hell, if you'd be like that, wouldn't you? Oh, I'll leave that a minute.
The only difference there, obviously, is Petchdam is southpaw, isn't he?
Yeah, that's
maybe
it.
his movement and stuff, and his left kick and his head kicks and stuff like that, maybe that can take him out of a bit of danger and just put him off a little bit.
That Petchdam, basically, he has to slow the fight down to more of a Thai boxing pace
definitely.
and keep it out of range. But I can't see Rodtang doing that. It's going to be another Haggerty where he's just going to keep at him like, I don't care about your kick, I don't care about your team.
He'll walk through it.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, this isn't stadium scoring. If you get kicked across the arm in the stadiums, you're losing. But he might take a kick just to try and punch him in the face 2 or 3 times, and this is going to be called. It's scored on damage. It's scored on aggression, and I can't see past Rodtang winning here. I know that Bo even sent Petchdam off recently to have a pro boxing fight, didn't he? Which he slipped under the radar.
I didn't see that.
And I think he won on points, but and then he sent him to Rajanamnern to fight on a Sunday show against the Westerner, just to get his to kind of get his confidence
get used
back.
to boxing as well.
Get his confidence back a little bit and that. But again, I don't see past Rodtang winning here. Jordan, someone like Rodtang was just walking forward, trying to punch your lights out. What's your tactic going to be?
Don't get hit. Don't do the Howson and drop your hands once you get hit.
You can't say a word. You do the same thing. Were we not on about this on when you did podcasts with him?
Yeah,
you like getting punched in faces.
Yeah, but you purposely do it.
It turns me on. Get a kick out of it.
Did you watch it back at home?
Just a little bit, yeah.
He's going to need good movement, really good clinical footwork. If he's coming forward all the time, just them little side steps is going to help him. But the ties out of there, so just go forward.
Yeah.
They're just going to be...
I think he needs to do something early that puts some sort of dent in Rodtang or something to rock his confidence a bit to stop him coming forward, like maybe a big elbow or a cut or something like that. He's going to need to do something like that, because if he don't do something like that, what's going to stop him just walking forward trying to punch his lights out?
I can't agree with you on that. Something like that would turn Rodtang on.
You're right, mate.
The one thing that Petchdam does have, though, he's got a sick high kick.
Yeah.
His head kick is
But I've
naughty.
seen Aggie kick Rodtang straight across the face, and he just does that.
Well, that's what I mean. He just sort of walks through it. But
I'd say the best way to play that is to make him miss. Try humiliate him, try break his confidence, try slow him down a bit. Don't hurt him. If you hurt him, he'll want it more.
Yeah, true.
But
thing is, though,
if he's missing and you're sweeping his leg out, you're teeping him and you're making him miss.
That's what Gowner did to him in the stadiums. He broke his rhythm.
Yeah.
And he were always teeping his leg, kicking him, moving, not letting him land.
To the point that you don't want to be in there.
Yeah, if he can do that, but it's different when you got them little gloves on it.
I don't think he's clever enough to do that to him.
Isn't it?
He's a typical southpaw, isn't he? He's big left kick.
Do you know what? In
nice
the stadiums
knees.
as well, Petchdam, he's usually not, about a year ago, 2 years ago, he never were afraid to get involved in a war. He used to have lots of wars.
sick.
He was
He used
great
to go
watch.
mental.
But like you said, it looks like his confidence may have just been knocked a bit. But again, this is an acid test. It's like the Yodsanklai fight. This is like make or break for him now here.
Yeah.
This is like a massive, massive chance. Everything's on the line. Boat and the Petchin D guys, they're going to be fucking killing him in training.
They will be on
Obviously,
him bad.
Petch is training alongside him, so
Yeah,
both of them
yeah.
are going to... So he might pull something special out the bag, but I can't see past anything other than a Rodtang KO on this one. Jordan, predictions, mate.
Well, because he's got a ridiculous wig. No, it's all right. But Rodtang's hair's better. So, no, I think Rodtang's going to win. He's on mad form at the moment. Killing everybody. He's a monster.
Rodtang.
Yeah, Rodtang 100%.
Badger.
You know what? We're all going Rodtang right, but we need to. So let's make a round prediction. A round prediction sounds.
I'll make a round prediction. I think round 4, Rodtang.
Damn you stole that.
I'll go 3 Rodtang.
I've been saying it for weeks, man.
Do you know what? I would love to see Petchdam win.
He's a nice guy, isn't he, as
I
well?
love all the
Petchin D boys
Petchin D
are
guys.
class.
They are all lovely guys.
Yeah.
And I like them all, but I like we're doing a job here and we've got to say it as we see it.
Yeah.
On
And
run of form.
On run
and-
of form
yeah.
and on MMA gloves. Under this rule set, I just can't see how he wins. I'm going Rodtang round 3.
Howson, I'm with you round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4.
He might get dropped in round 3, but he'll get put out in round 4.
Right. There, you've heard it here first. That is our predictions, everyone. They're all probably fucking wrong.
We'll be
So
back
take
on
them
Saturday like that.
with a pinch of salt, because we probably just got them all wrong. But either way, we hope we made you laugh a few times. Anyway, even if we fucking ass shit at breaking down fights. Massive thank you to the guys who have helped me here tonight. Jordan, Badger, Andy. We had a great insight. All these three guys are world champions. Have all had lots and lots of fights between them, and all very experienced stuff. So they got it wrong as well. I don't look a cunt on my own.
I'm covering my base.
We will be back this Saturday. Myself, Andy, Dan McGowan, Joe Craven. Don't know why I'm bringing Joe Craven in, but he keeps asking, so he can come on, bless him, cunt lad.
Got no fans.
Yeah, but we are gonna. Obviously, the show is on Friday. We're going to watch it live. Saturday morning, we're coming back in the studio. We will be live on YouTube Saturday morning. We're going to go live then, and we're going to talk about what happened, how wrong we were, how right we were, what were the tactics we used, etc., etc. So,
How much money we made.
So,
When's Joe coming in again?
Saturday.
Tell that bitch you better have my money. I'm telling you now.
Oh, yeah, you guys have been betting, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Right, thank you for listening. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.